So, if any of you guys watching this video have ever played or even heard of the Outlast trials, you are sure to be familiar with the very useful and diverse machines used in the game called rigs. Rigs are small machines that players can use to traverse and navigate the trials safely whilst evading enemies. As of right now, there are 5 rigs, all with their own unique and diverse playstyle. Today, I'll be going over each rig and its function to help you guys find the right fit that suits your needs. As always, if you didn't know, we are 3 subscribers away from 100. If you're the 100 subscriber, you get your own video, title, and shoutout named after you on my channel. So make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. You could be the 100th. Make sure to subscribe. We are so close. Can we hit 100 by the end of 24? Let's find out. Alright, so we're currently into the game in the rig section. More specifically, today we're going to be going over these 5 rigs right here: the stun, the blind, the heal, x-ray, and barricade. The reason we're not going to be going over the jammer rig is because it's fairly new and I have yet to use it. But these 5 still heavily impact your gameplay and are extremely useful. So the first one is the stun rig, which is a powerful throwing device that you can use to temporarily disable and stun enemies, which can be very useful in getaway and fast break situations. The second rig we have is the blind rig, which is pretty much like a landmine, and it is similar to the stun rig. Instead, the enemy is still able to walk, except they are blind. Now the third rig is the heal rig. This is one of the only passive rigs. This rig, along with the other rigs, can really help if you're in groups, because one person can be a healer and the other people can be, like, attackers. And the heal rig is just, as it seems, it just heals you as long as the health of your friends. The x-ray rig is the most diverse, I would say, out of all of these, which allows you to see through walls and locate enemies and useful things like boxes and items more clearly, so that's very helpful. And the last rig is the barricade rig, which you can use to install a barricade on a door to delay or block pursuers, which is also extremely useful. First rig, as you can see in the lower right hand corner, we have the stun rig equipped, which is this little thing that is used to throw at enemies. I was just using that to test it out. So what we're going to do is we're just going to find some enemies. We're going to see how this affects gameplay and how it could be potentially useful when playing the game. Right here. She saw me, so she can come after me. I'm just going to use this stun rig. Stuns her for around 10 seconds and allows her to get away. So close it, lock it, put it in your pocket, all that good stuff. So as you can see, my rig is currently recharging, but as I said, it only takes around 60 seconds depending on your settings and your upgrades for it. But yeah, it's gonna take somewhere up to like 30 to 60 seconds, I would probably say. That actually allowed me to just run through. So as like I said before, this is one of the many perks. Being able to use it just almost instantaneously when it's needed the most. When it comes at me, I know what's happening. So I would say that this rig is going to gravitate towards players/users with a more fast-paced and berserk playing style with elements of attacking and evading. Overall, like I said, I'll give this rig a 9.5 out of 10 due to its diversity and the amount of, you can just use it really fast and almost instantaneously when enemies are chasing you. So yeah, a 9.5. It's really good. That actually allowed me to just run through. So as like I said before, this is one of the many perks. Being able to use it just almost instantaneously when it's needed the most. We are equipped with the blind rig. Now, as I previously said, the blind rig is more of a slow-paced game style and gravitates to people who want to be stealthy and take action in ways that are in the shadows. Now, as I said before, this one is used as sort of like a mine, so you're going to be using this to slowly but surely lure enemies into them getting stunned, like the stun rig, but instead of a throwable, it's a mine. Little person, I'm going to deploy the blind rig. And I'm right here. Come here. Yep.
You're clever.
Right here.
Don't
Right here. And there we go. As you can see, blind, and we can just run through palm free without anything happening. I'm gonna set this down right here on the stairs. There we go. Hey, lady. There she is. Come on, please. Come on. In my opinion, I think the blind rig could be potentially useful as long as you have a layout / plan in which you're going to use it. But overall, it is unreliable and kind of bad. Like I said, I think it's going to be a 5.5 out of 10. You know, some of the reasons for this is that it's pretty unreliable because to deploy it's like 6 seconds, and you can't really do that in a fast-paced manner without like having to coordinate it properly. So honestly, I think it's just going to be a 5.5, guys. Oh, she got scared. Step 4, we're going to be using the heal rig. Okay, I'm already getting scared. But this is actually really good because the heal rig's main purpose is it's like this gas that heals you. So whenever you get damaged, instead of having to pick up like excess bandages or anything like that, you can just pop your rig, and it's actually extremely reliable, and I like it. And as I said, if you, especially if you're playing with a team, you can have healers and you can have attackers, which can like drastically help your play and help you get higher grades. So yeah. Oh freak! Oh my gosh, I'm getting combo. Oh my gosh. Heal rig, heal rig, heal rig. There we go. Oh my gosh. I'm getting terrible. I need a heal rig. There we go. Oh.
I have something to teach you.
The heal rig overall is actually a really good pick if you're with a team because you can have different people on the team be healers and stunners, but solo the rig isn't really that effective due to the vast accessibility of heals. On the other hand, the rig can also replenish sanity if upgraded as well as heal multiple in proximity to the rig. Overall, I'll rate it an 8.9 out of 10. It's a pretty good rig. There we go. Oh my gosh. Dodge. Let's go. For the extra rig is one of the 3 passive rigs, meaning that this rig cannot be used to harm or hurt enemies in any way. Instead, it is used to evade or implore enemies. So pretty much what this rig does, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you need to locate enemies, just use the rig, and through the walls it'll locate them for you and ping them with a sort of like skeleton-y look. But yeah, it's really super cool. So I'm just gonna go through here and see if I need it in any way. There's an enemy. I'm gonna check where it is. Can I yet locate the enemy? Where is it? Oh, down there. There's an enemy down there. An enemy that just saw me. Now there's another enemy. Oh yes, our first one. A rig recharger, which is extremely useful. The rig recharger, I already kind of explained it. It's extremely self-explanatory. It simply recharges your rig, so you can use it more often. Choose our very first rig recharger. Bam. There you have it. Alright, I'm unsure if there's any enemies by me, so I'm just gonna use the rig really quick. Doesn't look like it. Ooh. Right there. Alright. Nice and useful. Right there.
They'd never believe this shit back home. I'm gonna watch it. I'm sure noise.
That's why it's useful in most cases. That's why I liked it at the start, at least. Overall, the X-ray rig is actually one of the better picks due to its diversity in aspects of finding enemies and locating them. Because if you're unsure where an enemy is, this can really help you divulge a plan in order to escape or harm an enemy in any way. So honestly, I would give this rig a 9 because it's really useful. Doesn't look like it. Ooh, right there. Alright. Nice and useful. Alright, and we are in the trials for the last time, using our last rig, which is the barricade rig. Now, this rig is also pretty straightforward. I'll just demonstrate it right here. Say there's an enemy on the other side of the door and I was trying to evade it. I can simply barricade it. And this, instead of the enemy being able to break it down in 1 or 2 hits, we take around 5. So it's extremely optimal and useful in these types of situations. Just gonna barricade. There we go. I barricaded it. Look at that. It takes longer for them to break through. Gooseberry. Barricade it. Ooh.
Daddy, want to play? Run! There's this tower!
Overall, the barricade rig was actually a really good rig, but it was also kind of clunky and unreliable at moments because it was really hard to set up, especially in, like, if you were in a situation where a monster was chasing after you, there wasn't really any moments for me to find a door or hallway to barricade because there's just not that much accessibility on the map I was playing. But I don't know, maybe that was just my preference. I want to see what you guys think about all these rigs. Now that we have like rated all of them pretty much, I'm gonna give you my personal opinion. In my opinion, the top 2 rigs are the X-ray rig and the stun rig. The stun rig is the best rig by far because it is super optimal and super easy to use on enemies to evade them and to attack them. So it's really easy to just get done with it, and you can use it in a split second, so there's no hassle and everything is really easy about it. The X-ray rig also has a lot of diversity in divulging a plan to, escape the enemies and make out for a better grade and a better time in the trial. Overall, I really love this video and I hope you guys did too. I hope this helps some of you newer people or older people come and just decide what you want your main rig to be. Because I know it did, because using all these in gameplay really opened my eyes up to all these rigs. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. As always, Bite Master out, and good night to you and you all. Peace. There we go.
Something's going down tonight.
Easy. They just released a new enemy.